if you are wanting to know how you can make 6 figures in your business, then this video is for you. Before I begin, please like and subscribe so I know to make more videos just like this and it supports my channel. And if you are new here, welcome. My name is Caitlin Cook. I help entrepreneurs start, grow and scale their business for success and profit. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. So today I'm going to take you through the steps that I took to move my business from 5 figures to 6 figures in a relatively short time. First off, I want you to know and understand that this is very possible. This is very doable. All you need to do is follow the steps and believe it's going to happen, and it will. So the first thing, I'm going to take you back to when I was trying to move from 5 figures to 6 figures. So the reason that I wanted to grow my business was because my son was just born and I knew the money that we had been earning wasn't going to support the lifestyle I now wanted for our growing family. So what I did, and this is the first step that I would suggest you do to get clear on the specific number that you want. Just saying 6 figures isn't going to be as powerful as being specific with the exact amount of money that you want to make. That's what I found worked beautifully. So what you want to do is get clear on what the next year of your life looks like, or you want it to look like, and cost that out. So for me at that time, what was happening is we had our son. Our son was relatively still a baby at this stage, and we knew we wanted to move to the UK. And I knew when we flew over, I wanted to fly over business class. I also knew that I wanted to pay down certain debts that we had, and I knew that I wanted to have a buffer of money. So then when we got over to the UK, we would have enough sitting there to create a new lifestyle. So I listed out every single thing that I wanted, the amount of money I wanted in each of my bank accounts, costed out an estimate of what I believed business class flights were going to cost at that stage. And then I looked into, what I was comfortable with and what I wanted. So all of this for me totaled about $120,000. So I wanted to make $120,000 in my business in order to achieve everything I wanted, to create and build the life that I wanted. So the steps that I took to move me from 5 figures to $120,000 as quick as possible is I wrote down affirmations everywhere, because at that time I'd only ever been a 5-figure business owner. So I didn't know and I didn't believe that I could be a 6-figure business owner because I didn't say that to myself. I didn't see it everywhere I looked, so I didn't believe it yet. So writing things like, I am a 6-figure business owner. I have received $120,000. What that does, and the power of this, is when you write down your affirmations on your wall, anywhere you go. So I literally put these affirmations all around my home. So everywhere I would look, my brain would be picking up these words and I would start to normalize that. When you can normalize that, you start to believe that it's true for you because you don't have that resistance anymore. Prior to doing this, I had resistance to earning 6 figures because I had no idea how to do it. And it was such a simple practice, just putting affirmations, and affirmations are just affirming what you want. So affirmations of, I'm a 6-figure business owner. I've received $120,000. I'm so happy and grateful that I have $120,000 in my business. So writing that all around your house, putting them on the walls, wherever you're most, and I put it on the back of my phone as well. What that does from a neuroscience standpoint is that allows our brain to register that information and we start to absorb that. As we're absorbing that and we look at it and our brain will process it, the more you see it, the more your brain is processing it. The more it's processing it, it believes that it's true, which means it's going to look for ways that it's going to happen. So that's the first thing I did. So affirmations everywhere. It is so simple. The second thing I did is I created a vision board. A vision board is just a visual representation of what you want. There's spiritual side of this, but then there's also a scientific side of this, and there's research to back the profound results that you can get by just seeing visually what it is that you want to achieve. So on my particular vision board, I had a check for $120,000 addressed to my business. I had us sitting in business class. I had us living in the UK. I had all of these things that brought me incredible emotions like happiness and joy and gratitude. The key thing with this is when you do a vision board, you want to emit the feeling that how you're going to feel when you've achieved it. So what this does is our feelings dictate the actions we take because we either believe something or we don't, which then creates the outcome. When you look at this vision board every single day, you can just put it on the back of your phone, you can put it on your wall as soon as you wake up, you see it. What this does is it allows you to visually see what it is you're trying to create. Our eyes are a part of our brain, which means what you look at is where you're going to head. So if you don't actually have a vision of where you're trying to go, your body, majority of the time, is going to be where you were yesterday, because our brains are a record of the past unless we consciously move towards something new. The best way to consciously move to something new is to create something new in front of you, which is a vision board. So again, creating a vision board, everything you want, the feelings, and just looking at it for the first thing in the morning, just for a minute, and just feeling what it's going to feel like when you're in it. It is, again, such a simple and profound exercise. Another thing I did, because I meditate, and I've meditated for a while and I love meditation, I would do an hour-long meditation first thing in the morning, and I would literally just visualize myself receiving $120,000, and I would just say thank you over and over and over and over and over again. Gratitude is a huge component to receiving something new. If you're not grateful, and there's science to this as well, if you're not grateful for what you have, you're not going to receive more, because the way that we receive something, so if somebody was to give me a gift, I would say thank you. If you're not saying thank you on a regular basis, if you're not thankful for your morning coffee, if you're not thankful for your warm shower in the morning, if you're not thankful for the small things that happen in the day, then the chances are you're not going to be thankful for the big things. So I literally just made it a practice. Every single morning I would visualize receiving $120,000, so I would normalize it in my brain, and I would just say thank you over and over and over and over again. Again, there's so much science and research to back all this up, but this was such a game changer. So from a mindset standpoint, putting affirmations, so then you normalize the goal that you want to have, creating a vision board so you visually see what it is that you want to bring to the world, and you're focused in on that first thing in the morning, which means you're going to start taking different actions to achieve the new goal, which is what you have to do. And the third thing, meditating. If you like to meditate, if you don't like to meditate and you're feeling resistant to it, I'd ask yourself why. But then just simply saying thank you when you first wake up, spending 10 minutes saying thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you for walking. Thank you for having legs. Thank you for standing. That is incredible. It changes everything. And it also heightens your joy because it shifts certain chemicals in your brain. Again, there's lots of research to back this up. So that's what I did in terms of my mindset. And in terms of the strategy side, so those are the internal shifts I needed to take immediately to start moving towards the goal of $120,000. The second thing I did in my business is I worked out what was working well. And at the time, I was spending time on my business and on Instagram, on my business on Facebook, but the majority of my funds that I was actually receiving in my business was on a platform called Upwork. For those of you who don't know, Upwork is a massive marketing platform, and it connects freelancers with people who need work done. And I'd actually been on there since 2014, so I've got a really good profile on there. But for some reason, I was self-sabotaging and spending my time everywhere else. But when I doubled down and said, okay, I want really good results this year, where's the money coming from? And I noticed the majority of the money was coming from Upwork. So I was like, if I can just spend 20% more of my time here, my results will be 20% better, more or less. And that's what I did. I set a goal of every single day what I needed to do to reach out and connect with customers. And I just did that every single day. So along the lines of all my mindset work, from a strategic standpoint, I doubled down my efforts of what was actually working. And I let everything else kind of slip away just while I focused in on this. And within 6 weeks of doing this, I landed a 6-figure client. So I was getting paid $10,000 a week to help them build their business. And I made the $120,000 that I'd planned to. So we did fly to the UK in business class, and we had the money in the pot that we needed to start building and establishing our life, because I just doubled down on the efforts of what was working, and I also worked on my mindset. These two components are so important. You need the clear strategy of what's working in your business so you know how to double down on those efforts, but you also need to start shifting your mindset to believe this is possible for you. Business success is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. So combining them both and making them both a priority on a daily basis is only going to amplify your success. So to recap, for you to hit 6 figures in your business, know that it is very possible. First, write down everything you want. Why do you want to achieve this amount of money? And how much? You want specific amounts. How much do you actually want to achieve? Now, you want to just focus in on the what do you want and why do you want it? Don't worry necessarily about the how. When I did this, I was obsessed with a certain way that I wanted this to come about. But what was happening is I was actually stagnating my growth because I was only focused in on the one how it was going to happen. When I just went, you know what, taking a step back, and I'm just willing to see things differently. I'm willing to see all the ways in which this can come about. And then all of a sudden, I got it a lot easier. I did it in my zone of genius. I learned so many new skills, and I figured out I was actually a lot better at certain things than I never thought I would be, because I just allowed it to happen how it was meant to happen. And it was one of the most incredible experiences because I learned so much, and I was literally working in my zone of genius. And that gave me the drive to create a new offering in my business that I didn't have before. If I hadn't have thought of that, I would have been so focused in on just this one particular way of working in business, which wasn't serving me, and it wasn't actually producing the income that this other way was. So give it a go. Again, to recap, from a very easy, simplistic standpoint, get clear on the exact amount of money you want, exact amount of money, and what areas you're going to spend it on, how you're going to spend it, because it's so fun getting, swept up in this world and going, oh, how can I use this money? And that actually brings up feelings of joy and gratitude already, which is going to only enhance the results and how you're feeling in the moment, which is going to be better for you. So write down the exact amount of money that you want, and then write down the affirmation of, I'm a 6-figure business owner. I've earned this amount of money. I can't believe I've got this. Then create your vision board of the visual representation of this amount of money. What does that mean for you, for your lifestyle? Look at that every single day. And then if you're a meditator, keep meditating. It's incredible. Meditate on this and just increasing how you're feeling. If you're not a meditator and you're resistant to trying it, just continue to do gratitude, to say thank you, because when you receive this amount of money, you're going to say thank you. And by you saying thank you now, as if you've already got it, you're one step closer to achieving it. And then from the strategic standpoint, look at your business. Where is the money coming from now? Just double down on those efforts every single day. Just do it every single day. It takes 21 days for us to create new neural pathways. So you have to do this for 21 days, and you will create a better foundation, and you'll upgrade your mindset to achieve 6 figures in a relatively small amount of time. Once you've achieved it once, so easy to achieve it again. So give it a go. Let me know how it goes. Let me know in the comments. As always, please like and subscribe so that you can support this channel, and let me know what videos you would like to hear from me in the future. And I am wishing you all the very best and all the success to achieving 6 figures in your business. You have got this. Enjoy. I'll speak to you soon.